The ultra-rich live in a world of splendor and extravagance, where they may indulge their every desire while the majority of us struggle to make ends meet. The ultra-rich live a lifestyle that is beyond of reach for the majority of people, complete with private aircraft, yachts, luxury clothing, and exotic vehicles. Welcome to the channel, subscribe and get ready to dive deep into the hidden world of extreme wealth and exploring the lives of the ultra-rich. But this world is not all about glamour and glamour. The ultra-rich are able to keep their money and status because to intricate networks of power, privilege, and influence. We will delve into the world's mysteries and investigate the undiscovered systems that support the super wealthy. We'll take you on a tour of the hotspots for the super rich to socialize and discuss the topics that matter to their way of life, from exclusive clubs to luxury real estate. We'll also look at how excessive wealth affects society, including how it increases income inequality and how it shapes politics and culture. Even though billionaires like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Roman Abramovich, and Bill Gates frequently make headlines, a rapidly expanding global group of highly influential, ultra-high net worth movers and shakers with $100 million or more in investable assets outnumbers their wealth cohort by a factor of almost 10 to 1. This new class of ultra-wealthy is a highly elite league with only 25,490 centi-millionaires around the world, and their numbers have more than doubled over the previous 20 years. The majority of news stories about billionaires may focus on them, but a new groundbreaking study shows that a rapidly expanding class of ultra-high net worth individuals with assets of $100 million or more outnumber them by a factor of over 10 to 1. The first global survey of the 25,490 centi-millionaires revealed a rising class of ultra-wealthy IT giants, financiers, multinational CEOs, and heirs who are not only traveling the world to fly, fish, and go skiing, but also doing so to gain residency or citizenship in numerous nations. Millionaire status has made them the new global citizens, and their money management plans now heavily emphasize living abroad. What you should know about the personalities, activities, spending patterns, and upcoming trends of this powerful group is provided below. During a time of relative global prosperity and market gains, the number of people who are wealthy, defined as having investable assets worth over $100 million, has increased, more than doubling over the past 20 years. While the pandemic was disruptive on an economic and social level, it also quickened the rate of wealth accumulation at the top. There doesn't seem to be a predetermined route to become a millionaire. Some people inherit their riches, while others rise to the $100 million threshold through hard effort. Nonetheless, Henley's analysis identifies some significant generational variances. Younger entrepreneurs that started profitable digital enterprises are attracting more new students. Baby boomers have begun liquidating their companies and cashing in stock options, but they still control the circle of millionaires. Predictably, the majority of the group is still made up of white males over 55 from the United States and Europe. But those geodemographics are changing. Throughout the next 10 years, the number of centi-millionaires in Asia, particularly in China and India, is expected to surpass that in Europe and the United States. Investing habits are shifting as cryptocurrencies and green assets gain popularity. Meanwhile, asset holders in the United States who benefited from a government stimulus program and historically low interest rates are now turning abroad to hedge against volatility. The answer to the question, "Where are you from?" may vary when it comes to the extremely wealthy, because it is likely to include a variety of geographically separated dwellings at different seasons of the year. The United States is the top home nation for millionaires, and it is home to the financial and technological hubs of the New York City and the Bay Area. China and India, which have second and third largest numbers, respectively, and both have much more centi-millionaires than the major European markets combined. But those numbers are still changing as the super-rich seek out domicile diversification more and more to increase their investment opportunities and business operations, as well as to have a location flexibility that protects them from risks like geopolitical conflict, climate change, and viral outbreaks. The advantages of sovereign diversification were brought into stark view by the border bans and restrictions enacted by nations to stop the spread of COVID-19. Even the wealthy found themselves confined behind borders, with the exception of the fortunate few who had dual citizenship or residential rights. Henley estimates that millionaire migration will more than triple from 2020 to the end of 2023 as a result of the pandemic. According to the research, the United Arab Emirates, Australia and Singapore, the nations with the largest net inflows, all provide some type of investment migration program or so-called golden visa, which grants rights to residency or citizenship in exchange for making an investment in the host nation. Diversifying away from risk is a fundamental precept of asset preservation in the 21st century, regardless of wallet size, writes Jeff D. Opdyke, a global investment expert and study contributor. That might be especially true in the United States, where 4 out of every 10 centi-millionaires reside. The US currency, the US government, the US judicial system and the US financial system are most certainly related to the financial lives of US-based centi-millionaires. Now, though, even centi-millionaires need to be aware of the increased risks that those entities pose. Centi-millionaires' habits and interests are evolving alongside their regional migrations and patterns of wealth transfer. Henley's analysis reveals that 7 of their top 10 pastimes are outdoor activities like mountain biking and the growingly popular fly fishing, even if they frequently spend some of their millions on the expected things like vacation, luxury items, fine art, golf, and vintage vehicles. Also, they are spending more on investments in environmentally friendly companies and goods. In areas like Zimbali Estate, a section of tropical forest on the Dolphin Coast in South Africa, more centi-millionaires are creating eco-estates, with some having their own biocorridors, solar farms, and water recycling facilities. These environmentally conscious estates work to protect the surrounding flora and fauna. By 2050, according to Henley's research, at least half of the world's billionaires are anticipated to own or reside on eco-estates. The main goal of the centi-millionaire is optionality, or having more options to conduct business, invest, travel, retire, and provide their children with top-tier education. The goal of freedom and independence is what drives the super-rich, claims author and report contributor Dr. Rainer Zeitelman. They want the freedom to choose if they will work, what they will work on, when they will work, where they will work, and who they will work with. Some of their hobbies include golf, art collecting, cycling and mountain biking, skiing, horse riding, fishing, classic car collecting, hunting, yachting and sailing, and watch collecting. Centi-millionaires' pursuit of complete financial freedom through global citizenship is only likely to grow in importance. Domicile diversification, in the vein of gold or AAA government bonds, appears to be the new safe haven asset class. As a result, there is a massive exodus of billionaires, and between 2013 and 2023, their international relocation activity will have increased by 145%. So where will the really wealthy try to diversify? Long-held beliefs about the United States as standing as a security bulwark are being called into question by the country's escalating political conflicts and mounting debt load. Henley expects that over the next 10 years, the company of centi-millionaires in Asia will increase by 57%, surpassing both the number of people with net worths of $100 million or more in Europe and the United States. Major destinations for millionaires will continue to be Australia, New Zealand, and Switzerland. Other hotspots for millionaire migration include Vietnam, a rising industrial hub, and Mauritius, which just passed Nigeria as the continent's richest nation per capita. These nations all have thriving IT hubs, appealing real estate markets, and robust financial services sectors. Similarly, nations that have suffered from a lack of trade and investment are vying for the resources and talent that ultra-high net worth investors can provide. In addition to the general economic reforms, governments in countries like New Zealand and the United Arab Emirates are promoting investment migration. It won't take long for other nations to follow their example. The magnitude of the current global volatility offers a compelling opportunity for supportive jurisdictions with the potential to secure much-needed capital and talent through creative financing solutions like investment migration programs, as well as provide safety nets for wealthy investors outside of their home countries. Thank you for watching and follow for more.